Hey guys, the Pikachu here, and here I have for you today is a video that I've been working on for about 3 months now. It's been very time consuming, and so I just figured I would upload the first half of it, and then if I get a lot of support on it, I would upload the second half in about a month or so. So if you do enjoy it, please share it and hit the like button. So that I know to finish the second half. Enjoy. I want to create a new Minecraft hardcore world and try to survive 100 days. The thing is, I don't want to just play the game normally. I want to make farms do all the hard work for me so I can sit back and reap the benefits. So I have a few goals to make my life easier. Get unlimited iron, get infinite XP, and get enough food to feed an entire army. With these goals in mind, I created a new world and got straight to work. Here's what happened. Okay, so day one, I started instantly by making a pickaxe and mining some stone and coal I found. Then I chopped a tree and slaughtered some innocent wildlife so I could feast upon their delicious meats. After securing enough bacon for my first few days and killing some sheep for some wool, I made a bed, chopped a little more wood, and went to sleep. I started day 2 and got right to work mining some more stone and making a shovel to collect dirt. I then used the dirt to build myself a nice platform in the lush forest I decided to call home. After filling in my dirt platform, I put all the wood I'd gathered to good use and created a fence around my area to keep out the many zombies I could hear. I also put some sweet berries around to hurt and slow down any mobs that made it past my fence. Day 3 I was filling in berries and finishing my fence, and I finally made a chest. After storing all my valuables to clear up some inventory space, I started my strip mine, before soon running into a cave and encountering the zombie that I kept hearing. After getting scared and blocking off my little area, I made my way back down before something horrible happened. I'll just let the audio that I was recording at the time play so you can see my true reaction. No! Please! What the f- Oh my god. After making my way safely back down my strip mine, I found my first iron. I quickly made a pickaxe and went back to mining. I continued mining, and on day 4 I found my first diamonds. I made my way back to the surface and made a diamond pickaxe and a full set of iron gear and tools before heading out of the base to find some water to make an infinite source near my home. After collecting some water, I found one of those portal thingies and managed to collect 10 obsidian from it, as well as a silk touch pickaxe and shovel. Once I got home, I dug out an area from my nether portal far enough away so I wouldn't hear it and placed my obsidian. I then made my way into the nether. After exploring my nether for a brief moment and finding some quartz, I quickly realized that this was the absolute worst nether I think I've ever been in. Anyways, I collected a few shroom lights and then looked for anything decent like a fortress before giving up and collecting more lights. While I was mining, an enderman teleported right next to me and scared the crap out of me. I tried to make a friend out of this guy, but he called me ugly and attacked me, so I killed him. I made my way back home, only to go to bed and move on to the next day. Day 7, I collected some obsidian and decided I needed some villagers. After searching around my home with no luck, I learned my seed and used a website called Chunkbase to locate a village. Then I headed to the nether, traveled a few hundred blocks, and made a portal. Once I got to the village, I slept and had officially survived my first week in Minecraft Hardcore. I awoke on day 8 to the smell of burning flesh and decided to help the villagers out with their local mob problem before fighting way too many skeletons. Like, seriously, I'm pretty sure I've never fought this many skeletons during the day, ever. After dealing with the mob problem, I forced a Nimrod through my portal and gave him the most terrifying boat ride of his life. After using a quick hitbox trick to ensure I didn't accidentally cut off his legs with my axe, I sent him through the portal to my base and proceeded to somehow find another green villager and do it again. After having a disagreement with another Enderman, I cleared a little area under my base and began tilling soil to grow some potatoes for the hungry new prison villagers I have acquired. I decided I didn't have enough space for my little square to support a family of villagers, and decided constructing an area above my base out of stone bricks for them to live. After successfully making my first Minecraft circle, I collected some shroom lights to fill the area. Once I was done, I spread the glow fungus to the rest of my base and found this creeper just chilling out. My villagers were scared, so I said I'd take care of it. And after almost blowing them up, I was able to dispatch the creeper with my axe and a well-timed crit. I filled in the area with soil and lit it up so more creepers wouldn't spawn, then decided to search for the last item I needed to complete one of my goals. I started off day 11 with a fishing trip and a smooth edit, and then I accidentally ate this pufferfish. After living at half a heart for about a minute, and being too scared to move the entire time, I recovered from my food poisoning and sent the unwelcome guest back to where he came. After collecting some obsidian, I made the mistake of leaving the game running while I went to get a glass of water, and when I came back I instantly heard the noise of villagers turning into zombies. I wasn't really sure what to do, so I just left them alone. On day 12, I went out of my base to try and find some kind of structure to get a name tag, and I swear not more than 20 blocks from my base, I heard a ton of skeletons. I mined down and found a spawner. After losing the spawner to a creeper, I'd secured my name tag. When I got home, I quickly enchanted my pickaxe before going strip mining to collect the resources for my first goal. I soon encountered some strange blocks I hadn't seen before, and it turns out it was some kind of amethyst geode or whatever. But I didn't have a use for it, so I just left it. I tried to go back to the nether and got repeatedly punched by my zombified friends, so they had to die. I finished fencing off the new area of my base with some sleek cobbled deep slate walls, and went back to the village to collect some more friends for my exploits. The last day of week 2, I'd gotten the villagers home and tried to send them to bed. The first villager went quietly, but the other one decided to rebel against me, and just kind of wander around the whole time for some reason. I seriously have no idea what happened here, so if anyone knows, please tell me. I spent way too long trying to force the rebellious villager back into the box I'd created, and at this point I learned I needed to be more forceful with him. I pushed him into the boat, placed his bed, and whispered some threats into his ear before breaking the boat and going to sleep. The next day, I turned my useful villager into a Fletcher and traded him endless amounts of sticks for some emeralds, all the while feeding them to multiply my villagers. In the evening, I grew a big tree, so I chopped it down and started building another expansion of my base. So for all of you wondering why it took me 15 days to create this area and it's not even filled in, it's because it was absolutely massive. I mean, it was absurd, and I went way too far to not commit to it. So yeah, anyway, I built the area, and with the power of editing in 2 weeks of my time, my strange circular base thingy was made. So day 31, I realized I was nowhere near finished the stupidly large area and made a platform where I could build my iron farm. That's right, I will now achieve infinite iron. It took me a while because I've never built an iron farm in 1.17, but after following a simple tutorial, link in the description, I suffocated a villager in a boat before pushing him up my simple railway and doing the same to his brother before the last villager kinda just walked in on its own. The next step was the hardest, as I had to get a zombie into the system. For the zombie not to die, I needed to remove the iron golem that spawned in, and I made a mistake and almost died. After slaughtering the villager's only defense against the creatures of the night, I lured the zombie up my stairs and tried getting him in the farm. Apparently he didn't like being pushed up a rail system, so I made some power rails and sent him flying into his container with expert precision. I built a platform, placed lava and water, and I was done. Now all I needed to do was wait for a golem to spawn in. So the farm was done, and the next order of business was to get some books for enchanting. However, due to my lack of cows and my lack of wheat, I figured it would be best to raid the nearest stronghold for all it held. After drilling my way down into the stronghold, I discovered that it was the worst and smallest stronghold I have ever seen. There was nothing but an entrance and a portal room, so I left and made my way home. In between day 38 and 39, I traveled through the nether to make a portal for quicker access to my stronghold in the future. I sheared some wild sheep and killed some horses for their high quality leather. Then I punched this beef for some reason, and went home. Remember that 9 sugarcane I gathered earlier? Well, it turns out it was just enough to make 3 books I needed to help craft a lectern. After struggling to figure out the lectern recipe, I covered my iron golem farm in slabs to prevent them from spawning on the platform below, and then I turned all my emeralds into emerald blocks just to flex a little bit. Day 41, I kept breaking and placing the lectern as well as trading a ton of sticks for more emeralds. Then I came up with a genius idea. You see, I didn't feel like looking for cows or growing wheat to get leather, so I decided the best way to get books was to buy bookshelves from the only librarian villager I had. By doing this, I would essentially be turning sticks into books. So I kept trading some more sticks to replenish my emerald stockpiles, and I turned the bookshelves I bought into more lecterns. After breaking and placing the lecterns more times than I care to count, I managed to get an infinity book for 6 emeralds. So I cashed out and forever sealed that villager into a fate of selling me books. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the first 41 days of my Minecraft hardcore world. Remember to show tons of support so I can release the second half soon. See you later.